Hi, this is Lady T. I'm here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I just finished the workshop with women. And one woman asked the question, how do I tell my boss to stop cursing at me? I said, he's cursing at you? She said, well, he likes to vent, and whenever he's venting, he comes to me, and he always uses curse words as he's expressing himself. That's just something that he does, and I really feel uncomfortable with that. I said, well, we were talking about building your credibility and getting respect. I said, well, obviously he respects you enough to come to you. He trusts you enough that he feels as though he can express himself with you. And, there are times when you have to not turn things around and flip them and make them all about your stuff. Like for instance, example, my son called me up one day. And you guys know who my son is, so I'm not going to say his name. But my son called me up one day. He was crying like I have not heard him cry since he was 4 years old. And his cousin took his bag of potato chips. You took his chips, Geneva. But anyhow, he was crying so, and I could not understand what he was saying. And then finally, when he calmed down enough, he was telling me that his college roommate's mother had just passed away from breast cancer. Well, I had been diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2000. You guys know this. And I know that all his emotions was really, he was vicariously living through his friend. But all the while he was talking, he was using curse words. I mean, he was going to town. I cannot believe I effing told my friend not to worry about it. I should have told him that S. I told him that all he had to do, blah, blah, blah. He goes on and on. He was saying that he told his friend that, your mom will be okay. This was months before. She'll be okay. My mom had breast cancer. My grandmother had breast cancer. They changed their diet. They did a few things, and they're still here. Your mother will be okay. That's what he had told his friend, and he was really upset at himself about that. He was like, who the F am I to tell him that S? I shouldn't have told him that S. So he's just really going on, feeling really bad. Now, would that have been the time for me to say, now, son, you shouldn't use curse words when you're talking to your mother. I'm a Christian woman. I raised you better than that. Now, that really makes me feel uncomfortable with you talking to me that way. Can you kind of, you can express yourself without using those curse words. You can do better. Would that have been the time for that? No, that was not the time to make it about me and my being uncomfortable with that. And so a lot of times, that's what we do. We have our standards, our rules, our guides, we have all our stuff, and we want to force them on other people. My point, there are times when, just like you don't want people to force their rules and their morals and their standards on you, they don't need you to force them on them. My point, when people trust you and they need you to lend them their ear, you need to be the person that they can trust and lend them your ear. My point, sometimes you have to let go of your stuff, your uncomfortableness, so that you can be of service to people. My point, be of service and stop making it all about you.